Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you my May favorites. I've got a lot of stuff here that I want to show you, and so since I do have so many items, let's just go ahead and get started. Okay, so the first thing I want to bring up is this Fenty Beauty Body Lava. This stuff is amazing. I have been using this so much here lately. I have really been loving it. I have it on today. As you can see, there's like this glow on my collarbones. It's on my chest, and it has like this really beautiful sparkle to it. It's just gorgeous, and when you're outside in the sun, it really reflects all of that. It has a little bit of tint to it, but it's not too bronzy. It has just a little bit of bronze tint to it, but it's so beautiful, and it goes on so easily, and I didn't really see it like transfer onto my clothing or anything. So yeah, I've been loving it. Another body product that I want to mention is this Brazilian Bum Bum Cream. It comes in a little tub like this, and I have been using this non-stop. I love the smell of it. It smells so like tropical, fruity, that tropical fruit scent, plus like a coconut beachy scent. It just really smells really good. So as you can see, I've actually gotten to the bottom of the tub. I really need to buy me the bigger one. This is actually the smaller one, and I think this one was like 25 bucks or something. But since I'm using it so much, I really need to buy the bigger size. So I've really been loving this. Once you put it on your skin, it's not sticky or anything, but it leaves like your skin really soft and supple. It's just really nice. And apparently it has like that guarana extract in it, and it's supposed to like tighten your skin and help with like cellulite. I didn't really see like a dramatic difference in that, but I still love the cream. It's just worked really nicely on my skin. So something I've been loving for my hair recently is this Pantene Micellar conditioner and shampoo. So here's the conditioner, here's the shampoo. As you can see, I've been using quite a bit of the shampoo. The shampoo is a gentle cleansing water, and it's supposed to just like take all those impurities out of your hair and cleanse it and just make it fresh again. And then the conditioner is a gentle moisturizing milk. I use both of these in conjunction with each other, and I use them on a daily. So I wash my hair pretty much every single day. I know that a lot of people think that if you don't wash your hair every day, that it's more helpful to your hair, it allows your hair to grow, but that's just the opposite. What happens is your hair builds up all this oil and dirt, and your hair follicles can get clogged, so it's not allowing it to grow. So therefore, I wash my hair every day. It says here, it's a nutrient infused shampoo with Pro V blend of pro vitamin B5 and antioxidants. Removes impurities while helping to protect your natural look. Gentle enough on hair for daily use, and that's what I do. I use it every day, and it doesn't have any parabens or dyes. As you can see, it's very clear. The conditioner itself has like a milk color to it. It's like a white color, and I guess because it has that moisturizing milk in it. But I love this stuff. It's not too heavy on my hair. A lot of times when you put conditioners on, sometimes they're really heavy and they kind of like sit in your hair. If you know what I'm talking about, it just feels like kind of thick. But this one isn't that thick. It's very light. So what I do is I put this in my hair, and I don't leave it on for like any amount of time. I usually will put it in my hair and maybe wash my body and then rinse everything off together. And it really rinses off clean. It just feels really good, and my hair feels really soft after I use both of these products. So these products have been one of my favorites for the past month. I wanted to try this out to see if it actually worked for me, and it's the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. And it comes like this, and it's this creamy type of face base that's actually supposed to moisturize your skin and also allow you to prime your skin before you put on your foundation. So I have been using this. I have been loving it. It doesn't feel like too thick on the skin. It does moisturize my skin. I still use a moisturizer even though this has some moisturizing properties, but I use it for the benefits of the vitamins that are in there, and plus I can use it as a primer, so I don't really have to add a primer. Now I have used this quite a bit in the month of May because I wanted to try it out. I've heard so many good things about it, and honestly everything I've heard about it is true. Even though I have truly loved my Tarte primer, I really like this one too. So, I mean, it doesn't hurt to change it up every so often. You don't have to use the same primer every day. I mean, you can if you want to because you've fallen in love with a certain primer, but since I do YouTube, I do try a lot of products and I test them out to see if they work for me and to see if it's something that I want to share with you guys to see if it may work for you. So yeah, I've been loving the Bobbi Brown face base. I'm going to continue to use that, but I'm going to interchange it with the other primer that I really love, and that's the Tarte primer. Okay, so another thing I've been loving is this Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter. I have it on today. This stuff literally makes your brows stay in place like all day long. I mean, it works really, really good. And this one does not flake at all. And it just like really sets my eyebrows. I have also used it like when it's really hot outside and my brows don't go anywhere. So I've really been loving this brow setter. It's a game changer for my brows. Okay, so let me bring up these two blushes. MAC actually had those mineralized blushes. They had like a sheen to them when you put them on your cheeks, but these blushes are their matte mineralized blushes. The only two colors that really caught my eye when I was there at MAC were the colors Like Me, Love Me, and Naturally Flawless. Now the other colors were beautiful, but these are the colors that actually caught my eye. And this one here is Like Me, Love Me. And it's a beautiful like peachy tone color, and I'm gonna swatch it for you, and that's it right there. It's like a beautiful light peach color, but it's really beautiful on the cheeks. And then I got this one, which was Naturally Flawless, and I really like this one too, guys. And this is like kind of a peachy nude, so it's more on the nude side. So this is what it looks like. And it actually doesn't look like it would show up on my skin, but it does. It's just so beautiful. There it is right there. And it's a beautiful peachy nude. These are so pretty. I thought they would be so great for spring and summer. And I really wanted to try out a matte blush from this line. So yeah, I've really been using these quite a bit in the month of May. The next thing that I've been loving is this Becca Dreamscicle highlighter. It's a highlighter that I actually showed in my Sephora VIB haul, and this is what it looks like. It's just this really beautiful like peachy orange glow, but not too orange. It's more on the peachy side. It's just gorgeous. And I have this on today. I wore it today. It just leaves this really beautiful glow on the skin. It just like melts into your cheekbones, and it's gonna look so beautiful like for the summer when you're more like tanned or you have more color to your skin. It's just gonna be a beautiful color for summer, and it looks beautiful on top of a great bronzer. And speaking of bronzer, this is one of my favorites for this month, and it's the Bobbi Brown Illuminating Bronzing Powder in Bali Brown. And here's what it looks like. It's this beautiful, warm type kind of sparkly bronzer. And it's not too sparkly where you can't wear it on a daily, but it's so beautiful. I don't use this all over my face. I just use it on my cheeks, kind of like a blush color. It's just when I want to do a light makeup look that I want just that bronzy glow and just a little bit of gloss and maybe, you know, just a tint of color on my lids. I'll use this. I did want to show you guys how it looked on the skin, but this is the color here. And it's just this beautiful, warm, kind of like caramel bronze tone. It's just so beautiful. Like I said, it has those little sparkles in it, but it's not too much that you can't wear it on a daily basis. But I absolutely love this bronzer with the Becca highlighter on the cheekbone. So I'll wear these in conjunction with each other, just like I did today. So I've got both of these on and they just look beautifully together. Okay, another bronzer that I have been using quite a bit, and this is actually a bronzer that I have been using all over my face. So I use it on my cheekbones, I use it on my forehead, down my neck, on my jawline, and it's the Marc Jacobs Tantastic Omega Bronze. I actually purchased this one the first go round when it first came out, and I know this was actually released here recently, but this bronzer is such a gorgeous bronzer on the skin. It looks So beautiful. It just gives that warm, bronzy, beachy look, you know, when you're out in the sun and you've got this nice tan going on. This is just like that to me. It just looks really nice on the skin. As you can see, it's like bigger than most of my bronzers that I have, but I've been loving this bronzer here lately. If you're my skin tone or maybe a little bit darker and a little bit lighter than me, you can also use this bronzer. It's just a gorgeous bronzer. I really love it. It just goes on so beautifully on the skin. And the plus thing about it is it smells like coconuts. You can't go wrong with that. So yeah, I've been loving this. A foundation that I recently pulled out of my drawer and started using again is the Tarte Clay Stick Foundation. Now, I'll tell you one thing. I usually don't find my shade, or I usually don't find the shade that works for me in Tarte products when it comes to foundations. I have a really hard time finding a shade that I am comfortable with. And I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because, you know, sometimes they lean more on the peachy side. They don't have too many neutrals, and then they don't really have a wide range to me that you can actually choose from. So anyway, this is probably the only foundation that I own by Tarte. But this foundation, whenever I put it on my skin, it looks so good. It looks really like flawless. It just makes my skin look like skin, but it also gives me that coverage that I like. So I've really been loving this, and it doesn't get cakey on my skin. It doesn't make it feel like too thick. It just doesn't make me feel like I have like a thick layer of makeup on, and I've really been loving it. So the shade that I have is Tan Sand, and this is a little bit darker shade than what I am right now. But whenever I self-tan, this is a shade that I'm gonna be able to use. Now, I did self-tan about 3 or 4 weeks ago, and I pulled this out of my drawer and I started using it, and I couldn't put it down. It was just that good. But I'm gonna show you the color that Tan Sand is. And you see, it's got a little bit of yellow, but it's got peachy tones too. But even though it has those tones in it, I still work with it because I can use concealer and actually highlight those areas on my face where I just need a little bit more brightness. And so I've really been loving this, and when I get more tanned in the summer, I'm going to be using this quite a bit. It's just a really good foundation. I just wish I could find a color that's more comparable to my skin tone. So I have 2 eyeshadow palettes that I want to show you. One that I have been using nonstop. I love it so much. And it's got these beautiful mauve pink tones to it. I actually have it on today on my eyelids. And I actually have another palette I want to show you that has some beautiful colors in it. But I've only been using that one for about maybe a week or 2. So I haven't been really using it all of May, but I was contemplating on whether I wanted to show it to you or not because I didn't use it all of May, but I still wanted to share it with you because I think it's so good. So anyways, I decided to share it with you. So let's go with the first palette that I was going to tell you about, the one with the mauvey pink tones, and that's the Smashbox Vlada palette. This palette is one of my favorite palettes. It's just so beautiful. And like I mentioned in my Smashbox Vlada video, I'll link it here on a card. This palette has the most beautiful romantic shades in it. That's the only way I can explain it, is that these shades remind me of more of a romantic look. It's just like really soft and mauvey and light pink, and it's just gorgeous. I love it. These shadows are so creamy and so easily blendable and so pigmented. And like I said, I just love the shades in this palette. I have it on today. I love it for a natural look. I love it for a more bolder look. It just is a well-rounded palette. I just love it. It's just so pretty. And yeah, I've been using it quite a bit in May. Okay, the next palette I want to show you guys is a palette that I got, like I said, maybe about 2 weeks ago. And I decided that I wanted to show it to you because I need to give it its praise. It's just a really good palette with a lot of color in it. It's got great color payoff, great blendability. It's just a beautiful palette. And it's the Perception palette by the Shayla Colourpop collection. and it's this one here. And of course, here's those beautiful bright colors. All these colors are so gorgeous. I have used every eyeshadow in this palette. I have used them so many different ways. I took this with me to Colorado, and if you saw my video, the Get Ready With Me, where I used a different camera, I'll link that one also on a card so you guys can check that out. But I use this palette because it's just got so many different shades in it, and everything just goes so well together. Now, it does only have one transition color. It's this one right here, this matte one right here. It only has that one transition color, but that transition color works like with every shadow in this palette. So I really love this palette. It's a great palette. It's an affordable palette. If you guys go to Colourpop's website, you'll see that you can buy the palette on its own. You don't have to buy it with the collection. If you guys get a chance to go on the website and get this palette, you won't be sorry. It is a great palette, and it's so versatile, and I've been using it quite a bit since I purchased it. I want to mention a powder. I've been into face powders, setting powders here lately, and trying to find some really good ones that make my skin look really nice and flawless, or just make it have a very soft look where it doesn't look like I have a lot of powder on, and where it doesn't look like I'm cakey. So I wanted to mention one that I've already tested out, that I've been loving, that this powder is actually going to be so great for summer. Like when the weather's hot like it is in Texas, you need something that's going to hold your makeup in place and make you look matte and not greasy and not sweaty looking. And the thing to do it is this Peach Perfect powder. This powder right here is a matte powder. I actually use it with a sponge. I'll dip it in there, and then I'll place it all over my face, and I'll just place it on there, just press it in, and then I'll get a brush and dust it off. And I'm telling you guys, this powder makes your makeup look flawless. I mean, completely flawless. It just has this look to it that's just not drying at all. It doesn't look too mattified. I mean, it just looks really beautiful and just flawless on the skin. This is going to be the perfect powder for those summer months when it's hot outside and you want a more mattified, put together look. This Peach Perfect powder is going to be the one for you. So guys, I have been loving this. It's just a beautiful, soft, mattified look type of powder, and I love it. Okay, the last item I want to bring up are these lipsticks by L'Oreal, and they're the L'Oreal Color Riche Shine lipsticks. I have like 6 of these lipsticks. There's 4 of them that I want to show you that I have been using for the month of May, and these things are so good. These lipsticks are perfect for that quick look when you just want that natural look and you just want to put like a touch of color on your lips and get out the door. These are going to be perfect for that. So I'm going to show you the package. This is what it looks like. It's beautiful packaging. It's this clear packaging with this gold center here. It's really pretty. And then the color comes out like this. So I'm going to show you all the colors that I've been using, and I'm going to swatch those for you, and then I'll tell you the names of them as I'm showing you the swatches. But the one I have on today is 912 Dewy Petal, and it's this one here. It's just this really beautiful, like kind of lavender pink color. So I'm going to swatch the other colors for you along with that Dewy Petal. These go on so creamy, and they're like a lip balm, so they feel really good on the lips and very moisturizing. Like I said, it's just a touch of color. It's not real opaque, but the touch of color is enough for you to be able to see it, if that makes sense. So you can tell what color you're wearing on your lips. Okay, my camera died, guys, but I hope that y'all saw the swatches. If not, let me go over them again. The first one is Dewy Petal, Luminous Coral. This one is Shining Peach, and this one is Glossy Fawn. So those are the shades of the lipsticks that I have been wearing in the month of May. These lipsticks are so beautiful on the lips. They give like a little gloss, and they also feel really moisturizing. So these are really good lipsticks if you're looking for something that's not too thick on the lips, that just gives like a hint of color and it's one of those lipsticks that like you can just put on, keep in your purse, and just reapply throughout the day just to provide a hint of color. So guys, that is it for my May favorites. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you enjoyed all the products that I shared with you today. And if you can, give this video a thumbs up, and yeah, have a great rest of your week, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.